Morning, folks. We just got everything fed. You saw us feed the 6 bred heifers that didn't get bred. So we're fattening them out, and we're gonna sell our Sonne beef, and hopefully you'll have the chance to buy some and try it for the first time. Got a little spritzer yesterday. We were gonna cut some hay, but it's a little damp. Don't want to mud things up. So we're gonna get ready for mowing road ditches. Which means we need to hook up to the mower, which is way back there. Everything gotta come out. We got to it. Don't rotate into this. Yep. Hang on. Oh. Bleed. Bleed. Good. This is one of the more difficult things we have to hook up. Dad and I often have some choice words for each other by the end of it, so we'll see how well it goes today. Got to get a lot of things in the right places.
Unless it's something else to stop on the mark.
I tell you what, we're getting pretty good at this. Didn't even get on each other's nerves, I think. And while the shed's so empty with a dirty floor, we'll get that sweeper in here and see if we can clean it up a bit. Dad's decided he's got an addiction to buying older equipment, so he's got himself a 40-50 here. Kind of fun to run. I like the turning radius these things have. They turn sharp. Little different. Putting on a nice new blade here. Can't afford the good stuff.
Town's a long ways away.
Gotta saddle up the horses and go on a 3-day ride to get new parts.
Daddy taught me to be frugal. We just don't.
Did he teach you to pinch my finger?
Did he teach you to overreact when I touched it?
There ain't much left. There's more gone than there is left, I reckon.
I think we can get one more year out of it.
Oh,
Lay it on there.
I gotta get more power here. I gotta turn it to turbo blast. Okay. Here we go. Hold on to your jorts. Alright. We had a bad nut and bolt, and so we went to the freshly used nut and bolt bin to find a little less worn nut and bolt.
Hey, my daddy told me he grew up in the dirty 30s. You don't throw nothing away.
You eat bolts for breakfast. They were good.
They gave you iron and selenium.
In the hard poops.
Colt, while we're taking a little break, I've got kind of I'm confused.
Okay.
I got a question about farm animals.
Yeah.
So yesterday we were playing with our granddaughter and grandson and reading books and whatnot. And in that farm animal book,
Doing them book learning.
the learning, and in that farm animal book, they said a goat says bleat. I've heard a lot of goat, and they kind of go bleat, but the T is the T silent, or do we have the uneducated goat? They don't say the T, they just say bleat.
Bleat?
Bleat. They don't enunciate.
I see.
Unless it's, you suppose it's our
Maybe it's them
northern accent.
Those southern goats, they say the bleat.
Yeah, they talk a little different down there. Hey, y'all bleat. Where up here the goats just say bleat.
We give us the old bolt new life.
Yep.
It ain't going in there
He's got
good.
a chance to totally redeem himself.
I think we're cross-threading, but we'll get her in there. Oh my. You gotta throw these away before Dad puts them on a shelf to reuse them. So we got new blades on here, the ones that need replaced. And then we checked the oil reservoirs. Everything's good. This machine is pretty much ready to go. Well, that's one of our August jobs that we do. We're gonna keep on the maintenance part of things. We got one more thing, that Brush Cutter Pro from Diamond Mowers. That needs to be changed, the gear oil in there every year. So I'm gonna get that up and we're gonna attempt that for the first time. Well, that ditch has some grass in it.
Yeah, it also has some feeding from the grasshoppers you can see here. They're taking the best part. And then we got the sunflowers.
Well, the problem with these grasshoppers and road ditches, when you cut them, it sometimes pushes all those hoppers into your field.
It drives them.
And so that's definitely a problem, which then you got to think about, are you going to spray or just not cut the road ditch? So it's just another thing we get to deal with this year.
Yeah, part of me says don't do it, and the other part says I don't like buying hay, so I think...
it's a lose-lose, huh?
Yeah. Spray the ditches with our mister. We've talked about that some, and the timing is the difficult thing on. If we keep getting moisture, they're probably not going to do much damage to the corn and beans. But if there's a lot of grasshoppers in there, going to do a lot of damage. You know?
One grasshopper, not much damage.
Many
20 or so?
20 million.
So you hold this.
Oh. And then the blade slaps me in the face hole. How's that supposed to drain out?
I remember now, in the manual it said,
Tip it?
Take the top one out so it breathes a little. I'm just kidding. Maybe it's really low.
How do you fill it?
From the top.
Oh.
You're going to be standing there a while. I'll see you after lunch. So you just get a little tape and you can replace Brian. It's still glugging real slow, so we're gonna open up the fill hole. I feel like it's one of them days, Pa, where we ain't really getting much done, but we're kind of doing stuff. Uh-oh, is it this hole or that hole? Huh? I don't know which one it is. There's a big one and a small one. I need a big extension.
Oh. What drive?
1/2 inch, really long extension. About 8 inches worth. That's plenty of length. That's almost too much. Thank you.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Usually, thank you is after you grab it.
You're getting on me about my timing of the word thank you.
I'm holding it up there. You say thank you, so I assume that means you're holding it.
I can't do nothing right, Paul. I removed one extension and then it was more slappy maybe.
Now it's pouring.
Now it's pouring? Good deal. Looks like I hit something pretty hard right there. Got the splatter.
Those are rock, eh?
Yeah.
You going up there already?
I'm lowering it. So I don't gotta climb back up there. I can lower it so I don't have to climb.
That's Smarticus. Where'd you learn that from?
At the schooling. It's a great time to use the new nip packs we just got
Where'd you
last
get that
week.
from?
The internets. The Acme tools.
Yeah.
Oh. It went flying.
Well, I tried to catch it.
We're going to be putting in the Shell Spyrix 75W90 synthetic. This machine did get an oil change last year with the T5 synthetic oil. We've been putting quite a few hours on there, so we'll probably need to get some more of that Shell and do an oil change in a couple months. Are you going to do it or am I?
No, you will.
Okay.
But what you're saying is this machine is protected and operated by Shell.
I would say so.
I don't know about operated. Protected.
No, yeah, I don't.
While you're operating it, it's protecting with its protected oil.
Yeah.
You got the synthetic 75, 90. That's a little blurry once that close. Okay.
It needs 18 ounces and this is a 32 ounce bottle.
Oh, you leave 14 in there.
14.
Glug, 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 glug. Oh, it's probably got the paper in it. For cleanliness. Hold it up high so people can see. Oh, that's some clear,
Oh,
clean,
that's got a nice smell to it.
Highly lubricating, lubricant.
Lubricant.
And with the handy little measuring cup on the side.
They usually call that lubricant. But I think it's lubricant.
Little sight glass on the side is pretty fantastic. Huh?
Yeah, I just need to do 1 or 2 more squirts. Over tighten this. Use the strength of 10,000 Bryans.
Might have been paint. Oh.
That's enough?
Yep. This feature of all. It pops on so don't blow off. You hear that? Listen to the click.
Whoo! Well, Dad's going to mow some ditches. We'll try to get some video of that here in a bit. Hook onto the sweeper, and it's a nice day. It's going to be in the upper 70s, mid-low 80s all week. If someone were to drive in the yard and see me right now, they would think I'm losing my mind. This will keep the dust down, I think. Try it out, see how clean we can get this floor with minimal effort. I was just gonna say I'm proud of this little thing. Well then, I sprung a hydraulic leak right here. Jeez. It'll take a while to make a bale, but we got some ditches that honestly look really nice. For some reason this one's thin and short, even though we're kind of in a low spot, so you'd think extra moisture would make this stuff pretty tall, but you also got to factor in those grasshoppers. They eat quite a bit. We still got some extra room for activities. With Dad mowing ditches today, that means we'll probably be raking them tomorrow. Since they're spread so wide and they're thin, when you do road ditches, you're pretty much able to cut one day, rake the next, and then bale after that. So it dries out pretty quick. So later this week, that's what we'll be doing. And I'm also doing these random jobs, like cutting pallets, so they fit in the burn barrel. Just staying busy. It's a nice day. Got another pass to go. I guess we got to get prepared for tomorrow, and we're gonna be raking with a 40-50. Alright, time to pull this thing out of the weeds. I was sitting here wondering why there'd be this wear, you know, what would be rubbing right there, and I assume it's farmer getting out of this tractor thousands of times, putting his hand there and on this door to get out. Need a do-rag with that one. Folks, we're getting to the end of the summer. Isn't that sad to say? This will be one of the last times we go out in these pastures and spray some weeds that are just starting to come up. Well, it ain't sad that it's the last time we gotta spray weeds, but you know, it won't be long and snow will be falling, so soak it in. You know, go out, sit in the pool. Well, folks, we got some good maintenance done. Dad started cutting some ditches, and we'll be raking and baling them here pretty soon, I reckon. Hope you enjoyed the video. Love to see you next time. Have a good one. Down in the swimming hole. Didn't know we were raising hippopotamus back here.